Okay, guys, so now that this is finished, it was getting pretty long, and I wanted to show you guys in detail. So this is how it closes. Now you might say, hey, that's not really closed, but it is. Trust me, it's more than closed enough. And you won't have this pushing around the ship or causing any problems. Now up here, I put a rare earth magnet. If I make this one a slider, I'll do the same. And now here I have another. And voila. Okay, that magnet will do a fine job of holding the sail in place, and if not, you use a stronger magnet. But in this case, it actually will. I have a large selection of these magnets I can pick from, and I just set it up so that they can actually lock in tight, and once they do, it's solid. So I'm not worried. In fact, this is one of the same exact magnets I had used last time. And it worked great. So we can open our sails readily and close them. And the idea is I'm only going to have one servo connected to this, and it's going to be a rope that pulls from here and just does this and pulls this all back. Now, this is what I was talking about. If you sew all the way along here, you bunch up way too much material, and you end up with the sail closing only this far. And that's okay, but this is better. So that is finished. Now all that's left is to keep in mind I've installed these guys, so I'll give you a close look at them. I said we were going to lock this in at one point, so here's my rubber grommets installed, and instead of using a zip tie, I'm out of zip ties. I just glue gun glued them in and then put an extra layer of glue gun glue underneath, you can see here, to keep them from sliding down. So that being accomplished, I have now locked in the tension on these lines. Now that gives me a bit more I need to work with. One, I got to work with the front end. I just need this line tensioned. So what you need to do before you can tension that line properly is know where all of these points are going to be and have your tension set up. So you can see that if I were to just take a little bit of this sail out and put a pleat in it, all of a sudden that edge gets tight right quick. Only I don't want to do that. I don't actually want to take the tension from there. I want to take it from here up. And you'll see it tensions that edge pretty good. From loosey-goosey, it'll make that edge tight, tight, tight. It'll also pick up your back edge. So this is a great way to go about it. All you got to do is make sure that that front sail closes properly and that you have decent tension here. And you can always take up tension here in a very small way without affecting anything else. But we've made that line tension. So this is one of the reasons why I like to just tack things into place at the beginning, just to see how things are going to line up and how things are going to be. Now, you might think that I would have to have a second traveler here, and I did set it up for that so I could show you guys how to do it. But in my boat, I'm doing this. And you're going to say, well, Keith, why would you do that? You silly boy. You just installed it. And the reason I'm doing it is because I wanted to show you guys a couple of different setups. You can very easily make this sail open and close. In fact, I had it that way on the last setup that I did like this, and I liked it, but I found it slightly unnecessary. And the reason is really simple. This sail is your storm sail. When you put away this sail and it gets slid back, you still have this. So you can see that's a big difference in sail area from this to this. And when you drop to this, you suddenly find that the boat turns very easily into the wind. And it also gets a lot more speed when you have both of these sails out. So this is what I actually want. I want one sail on a traveler. Okay? Going this way. The really entertaining part is that I'm going to have both sails on a traveler running this way. So that one line, the reason I cut it is because I'm not going to use it, I've decided. Instead, both sails are going to travel this way, and they'll slide across that line, and I can slide either one together. I'm also going to install a couple rare earth magnets into the tails of these sails. And the reason is they'll actually track along that metal line by those magnets. It'll be the magnets that holds them into place. One of the things that's great about that is there will be a magnet here and a magnet here. And when I slide the whole thing back together, the two magnets come together, click, and they hold it all together. It also means that I can slide this together, click, and both sails become one. And that was one of the things I liked about the other setup. I can set them up very precisely, and I found some really good sail shapes being able to do that. For example, if the wind's coming from this angle and it's not very heavy wind, we don't need this much tension. I can slide it over this way. And because this one sits closer than this one, the further over I slide it, the looser this sail gets. At the same time, I can use it to extra tension this sail because it's on an angle this way. So to go out. So the farther out it goes, the tighter the sail gets. And it's kind of neat because if I set up this sail on a traveler this way, and that's all, and then I have one for my rudder, that's actually the 2-servo setup I was talking about. That's all you're going to need, really. But if you want to go whole hog, like I am, then you're going to want another line here, and you're going to want both of these sails on that line. And the reason is I can slide them together and have them travel together if I want, or I can separate them. I like to have them separated, but on the same angle pretty much. So if this sail's here and the wind is coming from this side, I actually bring this sail down along this way, and it'll get better air, and it'll do a more effective job. So just for maximum speed, I want that level of control. Anyway, Keith out.